Hey guys, this is Kaizen here and welcome back to another Minecolonies episode, and today we're going to look at expanding our population a little bit, getting a new person into the town. Before we do that, we're going to have a little sleep. I thought I'd show you this area right here. So let's jump in, have a little sleep down here on the floor. You might notice there's a pig there, that's Cannonball, and we moved him over here. So I did some things off cam or on stream, sort of a mixture of both, and I want to have a look at those with you today. So I made this sort of area here. I mean, being a pirate, I thought, you know, it'd be kind of a cool thing if we had like a little piratey pen to sleep in with the pigs, but it's all dirt and gross and stuff, because, you know, that's what pirates are like, right? So this is where we now sleep, and this was sort of in conjunction with doing everything you see here. So I've made this area a lot nicer, given ourselves a lot more space as well, added to the storage that we had that was external to the storage drawers, and we've got this well. Now this well is a small well from Minecolony, so it is an actual Minecolony structure with a couple differences. I added these lanterns here, A, because I thought they looked nice, and B, because it will light the area up. We're trying to stop any mobs from spawning, of course. And also these two here on each of the sides, all the way around, they were stairs, but by having the stairs there, it was waterlogging the blocks, and I wanted this to be my infinite water source. So this is how this is looking right now. Beyond that, I'm trying to think what else we did on the stream. I think there was a couple little things. One thing I've done is I've started this as a spruce farm, and I'll come on to that in a second. We've got a ton of dark oak now though, like 1,000 dark oak logs, so that will keep us going for a good time. We're going to need spruce for our town hall, which is currently level 1, and we'll go see that in a second. But that's why that's happened. A couple of other things. So we've got the sugarcane farm going on now. That's something I did. Killed a load of cows, got some enchantments done on different things, so some of our armor now has some cool enchants on it, including looting 3. We have a village just across the way where I've been trapping villagers. So far I've got a mending villager for 10 emeralds, and I've got a looting 3 villager. Part of the reason we started the sugarcane farm is actually because we can trade loads of paper for emeralds to use on nice shiny things like enchantments. So here's the town hall, level 1. We built this on stream. This is all spruce, and I was realizing to upgrade it to level 2, something I want to do reasonably quickly, we're going to need a lot of spruce. So I've built the big spruce trees down there, and our lumberjack is going to chop those down, which is very good. This building is absolutely amazing. I love it already. It's only level 1, but it's very cool. I showed it on stream, but I'm going to show it here now again. We have this, which is of course like the, you know, the king's chair, right? So I guess this is my chair, so I get to sit. Through here we have a bedroom, which is very nice, and it even has a lookout post up top. Pretty cool in and of itself. We can get like a flag up here eventually if we wanted, stuff like that. And through the other side there's a bit of a work area as well, like an office or something. So yeah, that's like, I don't know, just like an area. Obviously as it expands this will all get built up more and more, so pretty cool. And when I do an episode about the town hall, no doubt we'll have a look at that in more detail. Now, our lumberjack unfortunately died, and we were replaced with a woman. So we had Giles, who was obviously a guy, being the lumberjack. Then we got a woman. So we now have 3 ladies and 1 man living in the town, which is okay. That's still, we're able to, you know, get babies out of that, basically. But so you see, we got Philip and Juliana, who's our new citizen. She's the lumberjack living in here, and they're going to be the 2 people that we use for our new citizen. Now, in order to get a new citizen, we need a spare bed. At the moment, I have 2 citizens' huts that are both at level 2. That means they can hold 2 citizens each, so 4 in total, which we currently have. So to have a 5th, we have 2 options. We could extend one of the huts that we currently have to a level 3 to make a new bed. However, doing that would mean I'd have to upgrade my builder's hut first, because my builder's hut is only a level 2, and your builder's hut needs to be the same or higher level than what you're building. Also, it would take a lot more resources than building a new level 1 hut would. So I think it's going to make a lot of sense to just build a new level 1 hut. Now, at the moment, the builder's hut that we have over here with the house next to it, it's a little bit out of the way. There's not a lot going on this side of the town at the moment, whereas this over here is becoming quite built up. We're getting all of our resources over here, and I think as we progress through, there might be some more things we can do here. Now, I'm conscious that as soon as we expand our town, and this is an important tip for you guys at home, once you get to that 5th citizen, you will start getting raids from the barbarians and the pirates and things like that. These are the Minecolonies raids that you'll get, and they are reasonably tricky, and you don't want to lose citizens. You want to be careful with it. So I'm going to try and keep all my citizens together, and we're going to find a place over here to build a new house. So that's going to be the first job, is location hunting, and then we'll get into building a level 1 house and go through the expansion process with you guys, and we'll have a look at some ways we can maybe go about safe proofing that and keeping our villagers safe from the raids as we progress. So, in an effort to keep the citizens living near each other, which will make things easier to deal with raids and that sort of thing, plus we can get, a little bit of a neighborhood going, I'm actually going to build my next my citizens' hut right next to this one. But we don't have any borders marked out for this. So, if you're in the same situation, you have a building, there's no borders marked, there's a couple little things you can do to find out what those borders are. One is you go into your build options, select the builder and hit upgrade. However, for me right now, you'll see it says there that we don't have the builder's hut of the high enough level. So if we did, then you'd get the construction tape around it and you can see the borders. If you don't, however, not to worry. What you can do instead, right click, go to build options and hit reposition. Then you want to hit the cross right there so you can go outside like this. Oh, no, you don't. Sorry. Let me try this again. So build options, reposition, press escape. Don't hit the cross. Not yet. Then when we go outside, you'll see we've got the things here. Right now, what we can do is place down whatever you want to use for markers. I'm using Dark Oak Fence. And what I like to do is place them one outside of the border diagonally. So I know I've got the four corners done and it's all within these areas. I'm also going to put a sign on to make sure that I write down exactly what it is. If you're using the same blocks each time, like if you always use Dark Oak Fence, then it's probably good to, make a note of what it's going to be. So we'll put a sign there, Citizens Hut, and that will just remind me. I've got my white dye as well. And there you go. So then you've got the borders up. Now what I'm going to do is close out that. Now, unfortunately, I built it with this orientation. Had I built it with the other orientation, this bit here would have been over on this side, and then we could have linked it up with the other house, which would have been quite nice. So a little bit of a shame I didn't do that, but I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. It just is what it is. So now we should have enough space over here to build our next citizens hut. So what I'm going to do is open to LAN, put myself in creative, and see the best place to build this with you guys. So there we go, and should have our citizens hut on us. Yep. Okay, great. So it's going to be roughly there, right? So let's come out here. Medieval Dark Oak is the correct one. But you can see what I mean. Like this here could have been, like with it. What I'm going to do is keep it like this, so it'll be on that height. But I'm actually going to flip it so that that is on the other side. So what we do now is we just line up these borders. So this border right here, do we want a little gap in between? I think a little gap in between might be nice. Or do we want terraced houses like that? Terraced houses could be nice. You see I've got level 2. That's because that's the level that we've got here. So it will keep it the same then. I think the terraced houses might look quite nice. We're going to go with that. Hopefully you guys agree. So that border now is there. It's going to be level with the other one, right? So it should be fine. There shouldn't be any problems with that. I might need to make a note that that is for that citizens hut actually, because it could get confusing. But this is essentially where we're going to build it. And at level 1, level 1, it'll look like that. Yeah, it looks kind of derpy, but there we go. So let's hit a tick. Go back into survival mode. Here we go. And let's get this thing built. So we want build options, Philip, build building. Okay, very good. So hopefully there's going to be no issues with that. I think we're going to be good. Yeah, looks like he started. So what we can do is check our resource scroll. And yeah, he needs a bit of stuff, but not too bad. Certainly not as bad as if we were building a level 3. One other thing I did off cam is I made my clipboard. So this tells you at a glance all of the requests that any citizens in your entire colony have. So obviously the more citizens you get, the more useful this is. Very simple to make. You just need a bit of leather and some sticks. In fact, I'll just... For those of you who are interested, I will show you the recipe for it. But there you go, that's all you need. And I can see here, for example, like my miner needs some cobble stairs. So I'm going to sort her out with the stairs. I'm going to get Philip all the materials he needs. And we're going to get this thing built. And then we'll look at the expansion process of getting in a new citizen. Alrighty guys, the house has been built. So we now have a spare bed for a new citizen. This is how it looks inside. I've done these before, so you guys will be kind of familiar with them. They always put the doors in wrong on one of the sides. So I'm going to fix that. But yeah, here we go. So be a little bed upstairs, which is very good. And when it gets to nighttime tonight, we need to make sure that all of our citizens get the chance to go home to bed. And then hopefully in the morning, we'll have a baby citizen. That's just kind of how that works. So we'll see that in a second. In the meantime, we want to start thinking about guard towers and things. So if I grab this, you'll see this is where our borders currently come out to. So I think building a guard tower maybe on this extremity here might be a decent idea. And I think we're going to need a few around here. So I might build one there, one more central, one over that way, and we already have one here. Now this one here was only built to ensure that the town borders expanded out. Now you guys might have seen the episode or the stream I was doing that in. Can't remember which it was. So yeah, this was just a temporary thing, so we might replace that one. But I think we want maybe, 3 or 4 different guards. We want to get them all kitted out with the best armor and stuff we can, and get them, leveled up and stuff like that, so we can start getting some town safety. So first thing is to wait for it to turn to night time and get in our new citizens. So I'm going to wait and do that off camera, and we will go on from there. Okay, so this really took me by surprise, guys. I was waiting for night time, and it's not quite. You can see the sun's just setting now, but we got the achievement. So growing populations, and it says a new child is now happily living in your colony. So I'm not sure. I don't know how exactly that happened. Juliana and Philip have had nights in the house together, before this episode, and maybe that's how it happened, I guess. Anyway, I don't want to complain. We've got our end goal, and we now have a child living in our colony. So the next thing I want to do is find the child and see if we've got a guy or a girl. Now, I'm hoping it's a guy, because we have 3 women and 1 man right now. So it'd be nice to even those numbers up a bit to help with, increasing the speed of future population expansion. Now, the question as well. Oh, there he, she is. It's a she, is it? Yes, it is. And the name is Lilla R. Bardolph. What a name you have there, Lilla. And she's complaining about not sleeping for 3 days. You haven't been alive for 3 days. What are you talking about? Okay, here's her skills. Great athletics, great adaptability. That's pretty cool. And you know what? While we're here actually in the town hall, let's have a look at the happiness of our town. So where's the town hall GUI? Is it... Okay, maybe it's in here then. Okay, am I being dumb? I'm not... Oh, wait. Oh, no. How... Okay, this is bizarre. The reason I want that is so I can see the happiness levels. And I'm not sure where exactly it is in this build. But... this is okay. Let me find that a sec. Okay, so in my defense, guys, it's quite hidden. Look at this. So you got to go in here, then you got to go through here, then no, down this way, and look, there's a little place through here that I didn't even know about. So up here, there's another lookout post, and Lilla was just up here having a little look around. Actually, it must be Leela. Yeah, not Lilla. What's Lilla? Leela. Okay. Anyway, so I just wanted to check the happiness out. Let's see. This is where we're at right now. It's not great. It's not terrible. I don't know why homelessness is red. They all have a house apart from Leela, who, to be fair, has only just arrived. Anyway, we will work on that as time progresses, but we now have someone. So Leela's going to become our first guard, which means the first thing I need to do now is get a guard tower built and see where we want to do that. Now, the guard tower, as well as obviously providing us with a guard, which is useful, will also mean that we can have more citizens, because when you put a person in a guard tower, they actually live there. So that citizen will live in the guard tower, and then this bed will become free again, meaning we can have an extra citizen. So let's have a look at a guard tower here. We're going to need a bow and some planks, and then we are good to go. Now, I may even have a guard tower saved up, but I'm not sure. And as I say, we can look to put a few down sort of this end of town and protecting the area, so hopefully that's going to work out well. I do have a guard tower. Awesome. So in that case, we can just have a look straight away, actually, at exactly where we want that to go. I think for now, we'll build it maybe... So getting this without it overlapping is going to be the trick. So maybe we are going to need to build it down here. Let me find a good spot, and I'll bring you guys back in once I have one, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've put myself into creative mode, so we can have a little fly around here and have a little look. And I think a good place for a guard tower is actually going to be just right here on this hill. It's going to be reasonably central to everything we're doing here, but also in the future, as a town expands that way, it'll provide protection there as well. So we're probably going to want to look at the medieval dark oak, right? So this is medieval dark oak, and we always like to look at them at level 5 to see how they look at that point. So that's going to look like that. It's not terrible, not awful, but let's see what else we've got. So medieval dark oak, do they have medieval dark oak alternative? They do. Oh, that's better. I think that's better, because we are going for more medieval castle kind of structure here. So I think if we had it like that, and that doesn't take up much space either, so that's going to be kind of a nice place for it to be, I think. So yeah, quite like that. Let's just go up here, make sure we're on the right level. This is going to be just about perfect. Maybe if we move it like one block that way, and I think it's already on a flat enough plane then. Yeah, okay, great. So at level 1, it's going to look like this. So let's hit the tick. Let's go back into survival mode and get this thing built and see exactly what we need to do that. So Philip, go you ahead, and when he picks that up, we'll see what he doesn't have yet, because he obviously has some resources saved up. So yeah, he'll only need a few things, I'm sure. So there he is. Okay, what do you need, Philip? Okay, all of this good stuff. All right, again, a small build that I won't worry about time-lapsing, but I will build this off cam, and then we'll have a look at the guard when we come back. Okay, guys, here we go. We got mysterious warriors have been spotted. Kaizen's colony northwest is where they are. Now, having the minimap I have should help me to find them as well, but I think what we want to do is try to sleep before we fight them. It's nighttime, so all of our citizens should be safely in bed right now, and hopefully they're not going to be attacked. If we sleep, then it means we're not going to have to deal with mobs so much as well as the raiders. So let's quickly get into bed here, and then in the morning we're going to quickly look at where the northwest is, head over that way, and we're going to need to fight them. So I want to check all the stuff I've got on me. I do have a shield. Okay, very good. So let's see, F3. We are currently facing south, west, northwest is going to be this way. All right, let's go. So hopefully they're right on the extremities and none of our citizens are in danger too much. But let's see what we're dealing with here. Now, these guys can be really tricky to deal with. And yeah, okay, these guys pack a punch when they hit you as well. So it's really good that we've got this decent armor and decent tools, or weapons I should say. What I don't have that I really could do with is a ranged weapon. Now, this is a little trick right here, going into water, because when you fight them on land, they are very fast, and that can be one of their big advantages. So you can maybe set up little water traps around your town, if you like, to give you a bit of an edge when fighting them. Okay, this guy here is a ranged guy, so there's only one left, so it's just this one. So this was a nice small raid, and we have successfully defended. So, not too bad, right? We managed to deal with that. As time goes on, as our city expands, we're going to get more and more to deal with. Now, we've got this cool sword, a chief's sword. So that is damage, let's see. It's the same as a diamond, 7 attack damage. So not bad at all. Obviously, we've got looting through on here, which is useful. So you will get some cool drops from them from time to time. But yeah, there we go. There's a little raid. So as I said earlier in the video, you know, raids are going to happen as soon as you expand. So you do want to be ready for that. Now, what I suggest is once you've got a guard in place, you let the guard do a bit of fighting, but you also help them and you make sure that they don't die. That way they're going to start leveling up, which is obviously good for them. You also want to level up your guard towers so you can give them better armor and better weapons and that sort of thing. Anyway, this one's currently under construction. In fact, we can have a look on here, 24% complete. So we're going to wait for that to be completed, and then we'll look at the guard stuff when it is. So this kind of bizarre thing just happened, and I've never seen this before, but Leela seems to like me wherever I go. Look, she just wants to follow me, like wherever I run around. She'll come over to me and then she'll just stay with me. So I don't know if that's like a purposeful thing in the game or not, but yeah. Have you guys ever noticed this? People that play along at home where the babies are trying to follow you? I don't know. It's quite funny. She literally is following me everywhere. We're just waiting for her to grow up at the moment so that we can give her a job. She's going to be our colony's first guard. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. I thought I'd mention it on cam, see if you guys had experienced the same thing or not. So if I run down here, there we go. Now she can't get me. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to wait for her to grow up and then we'll look at getting her into the guard position. But just thought I would share that with you guys. Okay, we've got the message in chat. As you can see there, Leela has grown up and is looking for a job. So fantastic. We have a job for her. She's going to be the guard, as I mentioned before. Now that will mean, of course, we don't have to put her in the house, and that bed will become free for another citizen. So then we can get another one, and hopefully that new one, wait a minute, ran past it, will be a guy, because now we have 4 women and 1 man. So we want to try and even this up a little bit. So let's see, we can hire you. Okay, there she goes. Now she's going to want some stuff in a second, but before that, we can have a look at this as well. So you can set them here, patrol, follow, or guard. Now, patrol is probably the best for now. Patrol just means they'll, you know, basically patrol an area. If you set them to follow, let's go through here a second. So if you follow, you can see here, like, they will follow other citizens around stuff and try and, like, protect them. And then guard is, you can set a guard and target and stuff with this wand. So you go and say, you know, guard, like, this area here or whatever. We'll get into more guard-specific stuff in a future episode, but for now we're just going to get a general patrol going on. So assign automatically, I think manually is good, so you can have a knight or a ranger. Now ranger is bow and arrow type of person, a knight is with a sword. We don't have any arrows at the moment, so we're going to go for a knight instead. And find patrol target, we'll leave that automatically as well, that's fine. So there's Leela. Now let's see exactly what she wants. So she can have some requests. So she wants to see a sword. Let me see on the details, can she get stone for that? Yeah, probably gold as well, but that'll be the highest because it's a level 1 hut. So we'll get her that. We'll also get her some leather armor. So again, going back to one of the reasons you want to get a cow farm early on, because you want to give your people armor as soon as you can. So wait, all the leather's in here, isn't it? So we've got loads of leather to make up for her, give her a full set of armor, and it will just help her to hopefully keep her alive. We want to try and keep our guards alive the whole way through so they can level up and become better. We'll also give her maybe like 3 stone swords, you know, just so she's got a few there in case. There we go. And also we'll make sure she has, actually I gave her food already. I gave her 64 baked potatoes that are cooked, so that'll do it for quite a while. We'll keep an eye on that as we go. Okay, so here we go. Yep, working on that inventory. Here's all your stuff. There's the potatoes, so she should now be pretty happy and ready to guard our colony. So there you have it. So that is how I would suggest that you go about expanding your colony, basically by getting in several guards. I've got Leela in. I will probably do this another 3 times, so we'll have about 4 guards in total, and then 4 citizens doing other things, and that'll be a good number. There she is, she's off patrolling. So yeah, and then we're going to try and train her up and let her fight some mobs and stuff like that, whilst keeping her safe as we go around. And she's put her leather armor on now, so she's yeah, she's good to go. So that's how I've done the expansion. It's not a terrible way of doing it. I've got this white outline. I think that's because of this thing. Is that what that is? So it was giving me that. Let me check that a second. Right click again. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And there we go. We got a new child living on a colony, so it worked. Actually, while you guys are still here, let's go see if we got a guy this time or not. Now, the new child, I wonder where that would be. Would it be at Town Hall? Yeah. Oh, it looks like a guy to me. Yes, it is. Josiah T. Miller. Brilliant. This is working out so well. So Josiah will be our next guard, and so on and so forth. So yeah, an episode on how to gain citizens, guys. So that's basically how you do it. I hope all that made sense. If you do have any questions, please do let me know down in the comments, or feel free to jump into one of my live streams that I do on Twitch, link in description. We recently hit 1,000 followers, so thank you so much to 1,000 of you who are now following me on Twitch. It's a lovely milestone to have, and there's a big giveaway coming up in a stream soon. I'm giving away a Razer mouse that's gonna be worth around $100, maybe more. So yeah, do come check that out if you're interested. And again, I can give you live feedback if you have any questions if I didn't explain anything properly. But you know, essentially for growing your citizens, guy and a girl in a house that are given some time overnight to be in the house, make sure they get to the house. Make sure you have a spare bed for the 5th citizen, and then they'll start coming. And once you put them in a guard tower, you get a guard, you also free up a bed, so it's like a win-win situation. So that's it in a nutshell. But for this episode, guys, that's about it. So all that's left is for me to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.